Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Whoa, episode 220.
220. Oh, I thought it was 420. That's why I was
210 was halfway.
I was pretending to be one of those people who does that stuff because I thought it was 420.
420 would probably be in like the year 2027.
In the year 2027.
Episode-wise. And I'm just saying...
How many seconds?
42 seconds.
Shit. Well, 45.
Wow.
I swear. But
You rat bastard.
fuck.
People don't say that enough.
Fuck?
Rap, no. People say that.
No.
No, it's a good word.
I'm Tyler.
Versatile. I'm Jake. I'm just rat bastard. People don't say that enough.
You fucking
or rat
bastard.
fucker. Honestly, we need to put more rat in your curses because when you add a rat in there, it adds another level of that.
You know what? You know what?
Like I can call you a bastard, but if I call you a rat bastard,
You know what word? You know what name needs to come back is dillweed.
Oh, I love dillweed.
You fucking dillweed. Yeah. That needs to
Dip.
be-
Did you ever use dip a lot?
No.
Like you dip? I'm like, what does it even mean? I
No,
don't
you
know.
just finish it with dip shit. I mean, what?
Well, that was when I couldn't
What are you
cuss in
holding
front of
back
my...
for?
Well, because I couldn't cuss in front
That was
of
the lunch special.
my mom and dad.
That was the lunch special. You only get dip. It's a half.
That was when you were a kid and you were trying to swear in front of your
For
parents.
dinner, you get dip shit.
Exactly. Wait, when there's one...
You can split dip shit between the two of you for a lunch special. You get dip and you get shit.
It's like fun dip.
Or a super and salad.
It's like fun dip.
Split a sandwich together.
Dillweed was pot. I use dillweed a lot, actually.
I did too. I think dillweed actually is fun because you can actually say it in front of a lot of people.
You know the thing is you say it as it's not like it's like saying bitch in a friendly manner.
Careful.
Like dillweed is
Careful.
like it's like saying, "Oh, you stop it, you bitch," you know, like that. Or it'd be like, "Come on, you dillweed." Like it's something you say as like a joke. Like you don't.
Dillweed
really mean
to
it.
me is a person just
Dipshit. You
completely-
mean it?
Yeah, but dillweed, you're bereft of logic. You're bereft of brains. Dipshit, you're actively stupid. You're like actively trying to be stupid.
Yeah, no,
and you're getting stupider.
I'm
every
mad
day.
at you.
I'm angry at you for
Dipshit
being
is
so.
anger.
Yeah.
Dillweed is a friendly, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, by the way, you should read books that
Yes.
don't start with,
My struggle. Anyway,
that would be a good
Mein
story.
Kampf. Don't read
I
that.
don't. Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that out.
Should I?
I
You know what? I'll cut it and just say my.
The point is, we're not.
Am I taking a bold stance by saying fuck Nazis?
Yeah, you
and I'm
shouldn't,
making fun of those people.
No, you should. Yeah, no, you're right. You should not read that book. But no, like what is? Maybe don't sit on YouTube and just follow some idiot who's telling you something that you want to hear. Because guess why they're telling you what you want to hear? Because a lot of fucksticks like you are hearing what you want to hear, and they're telling you what they want to hear, and that's how we're sliding into fascism in this country.
There you go. I want to, before we get started, I want to give two special shout-outs to Bill Burr and Mark Maron, to being real comics, and actually standing up to the Rogan shit.
Yeah.
I would check out Elephant Graveyard on YouTube. They have a fucking feature-length, like
feature
video about Joe Rogan. It's like 90 minutes. If you have time, check it out if you're into that shit, because I like it. I know we're kind of relaxing into the thing, and we were just talking about weird swears.
Weird swears on the air.
Yeah. Keep it going, man. 420 is when you sang. That's a sign.
No. Special.
I don't know what the sign is, but it's a sign.
I saw the sign.
Okay. So today's episode, we got a little bit of news, but it's mostly going to be talking about some books. We said it last week. We're delivering on it. It's Off Panel, Off Topic versus the Marvel Universe.
Delivered.
We got 4 books to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We got Absolute Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got 3 books about Marvel getting destroyed by some different IP.
Yeah.
Or even in their
Or
own
another.
universe. Yeah.
Or another.
I can't wait to talk about that because this whole theme frustrates me to no end.
Do you have the soundboard for
We're not doing that.
the books and also long
No.
box?
I don't. Because I'm trying to have a conversation with my friend, and I don't want to take my
it's
phone
not like
out.
you didn't take so much time to make a soundboard with all
No,
these
you
funny.
No.
No.
You insisted on. You could have recorded earlier.
By the
but
way,
you just had to do what's in my mouth.
We should get.
which will be on our TikTok.
Mhm. We should get Fraser Crane from Cheers saying,
Oh, fucking! I hate you doing this when we're recording. Why don't you text me like during the week? Hey man, let's get that Fraser drop. Why do you do it right now? You know what, man? I did get the drops up. Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
"Why don't you eat my ass?"
I moved him
Did
around.
you actually hook it up? I didn't hear the noise.
No!
I didn't hear the noise.
I did
I told you.
it.
Fuck. Hang on. Okay. It's gonna be loud.
This is going to be...
I'll eat your ass.
There we go.
Anyway, you happy now?
No. What are we doing
What is
next?
that? You
What
know
are we
what?
doing next?
Misery.
What are we doing next, you big bully?
That's me to the listener.
That was a good one. Yeah, I beat you on that one, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
To end the drops, they'll end with this.
It's a long box.
I feel like I'm having an acid flashback every time that fucking plays.
Yeah, man.
And it's awesome.
I love it. So,
I listen to it a lot off the air.
I'll go first since you went first last week. Because you know what? I even made a point to remember that. Because you're like, you joked that, because we never have a correct order. It doesn't really matter. But we're like, no, you went last week. I'll go.
If it was up to me, we would record them separately and then add them on to the end of the podcast because I don't know. I don't want to just sit here while one of us talks. I don't know. It's fine. But I like the long box though.
We'll talk about this off the air again. You fucking.
You know what other drop you should get while we're on the air? Oh, fuck you. Yeah, pretty much.
So I'll go first. So the other day, we left the dog alone because my wife and I went. Why did I phrase it?
How the fuck did this start this way?
We went over to we went to go visit some family. I don't know why I didn't just fucking start there, but anyway, we went to. That shows you where my brain has been the last couple days.
I thought this story was gonna end with any shat all
I
over the
left my
place.
dog.
Shit.
I left my dog. No, we went to go visit some family, and Ashley left the TV on to just be there for the dog. She's like, I'm not quite sure how long we're gonna be before we come back and take him out and all that. So we left it on, and we come back, and what was on the TV was like one of those antenna channels, that if you had the rabbit ears still, and it was. I saw the ending of I think it was the end of an episode. And it was right before the beginning of one of the Carol Burnett show. And I had never actually watched a full episode of this show. I'd seen clips here and there. But you know what I mostly had seen? Those fucking random ass Carol Burnett infomercial ads for the DVD box sets because you'd wake up and they'd be on at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And they'd just be on your TV.
Oh, dude, you missed out on. Did you ever see the Freedom Rock commercials?
Oh my god! Or the compilation CDs. Oh my god!
Oh, kids these days will never understand how awesome it was to be like, oh, this is
40
fucking
classic hits
by one fucking dude you've never heard of.
box set of Conway Twitty.
This
Because they would be
Anne Murray, Canadian's national treasure, sings all the hits. Pat Boone.
Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting. You have to insert that at least once an episode, I swear. We have to. Going forward.
Hey, listen, boys.
Hey, everybody. It's the Michael McDonald Minute. We would lose the
It's a
3
Michael
listeners.
McDonald minute. Everybody knows that it's funky as shit.
Hey, everybody. Do you keep forgetting
Well, here's what I use.
Don't forget
I
to
use-
set your clocks back.
I use Smarty Pants. These fucking vitamins. You believe they sell that snake
You know
oil
what, Tyler?
bullshit
I
on
think we
TV?
just did it. I think we just did a Michael McDonald minute.
Yeah, now we're done.
The song is
let's
longer
Dakota.
than like the whole.
Right. I told them that my
It's a-
song is going to be longer than a
It's a
minute.
30-second music and bed for a 1 minute segment. Oh,
I
jeez.
keep forgetting what 16 seconds
I keep forgetting
is.
what this show's about. Ah, Jesus.
How long's a minute?
Carol Burnett. That's what I was talking about. So, anyway, I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I was like, you know what? I've never actually watched it, and it was again one of those like free TV stations, so they were just like running like, well, if you have like a smart TV
Like Ion.
or Vizio or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll have like
No. Ion is a channel.
right. So
Laugh is a channel.
well, like
Comet.
Vizio will have like these stations that have like ads.
There's probably a digital antenna in it.
I guess. But it'll have like random themed channels. So it'll like just be a channel that's 24 hours just running clips of fucking Carol Burnett or
Fucking
whatever.
cool with me, dude. That sounds good to me.
There's like Transformers channels and
Fuck
Hot
yeah.
Wheels. It's
Fuck
it's
yeah.
clearly made in mind for people that have kids and they got shit to do and they need to put something on in the background for a minute.
Do not recommend.
Anyway, and I was like, I don't know. Something just compelled me to. And I think what it was, as I sat in there, I was watching it. One, it was like, okay, you know, some of this stuff. Look, not all comedy, most comedy. Well, that's not true. Not all comedy will hold up, but really good comedy should, right? And genuinely funny stuff should hold up. And there's some stuff or some sketches on that show that I genuinely laughed. Of course I did, because there are so many talented comedians that went through that show that became, you know, either really funny character actors or legitimate stars or great stand-up, like tons of stand-up comics would be on that show. And I was telling, and my wife, and Ashley came down the stairs and like, she goes, "Why are you watching this?" I'm like, I just never watched it before. And for me, another part of viewing it was like, this is pre-SNL. You know, and so if you wanted to make it as a stand-up comic or an actor, you would try and get on these like variety shows in that time, and like in the 60s, and the only reason I knew what year that episode aired is because one of the sketches he wrote 1969 on it, and I was like 60, so I was like, it's crazy.
69, dude.
I would love to find a documentary about what you and I were talking about earlier. Was like that, like mid 60s to like early 70s era of like variety show boom in America. Like it was crazy. And like you were talking about, like if you wanted to be a star, you would have a show like Carol Burnett. You would have that. Like variety shows were like such a big thing. And the crazy thing about the show, because I think I watched like one or two like episodes, and at the end of every episode, first of all, every episode starts with her doing like a Q&A, which I'm like very much feels like of the time, right? But every episode she sings the outro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is such a novel thing, because you think about it, it's not that far off from it's like 40 30, 40 years after vaudeville. Like, so they're not coming from it from a television perspective. They're still coming in from it from a theater perspective, because these are in front of live audiences.
Yeah.
They're on a stage.
Yep.
But it's such a crazy thing that like it was cool to experience that, just for the one that it's still entertaining, because again, there's so many comedy like seeing George Carlin be an actor is still weird to me, because I've always seen him as that old comic. And so it was really cool to see him as a young actor. And how, like you were talking about, was great how much they almost encourage breaking. Yeah. Because they're always laughing. But so if you want to, because you talk about it, you probably grew up with it a little bit more.
I did grow up.
I've only been exposed to those fucking infomercials and like just random clips that I'll see from
like,
that show.
I mean, like there was one of the infomercials was Dorf on Golf, which is Tim Conway, and he's one of the guys on that
Tim
show.
Conway. Who,
Harvey Korman. I can't think of anybody else right off the top of my head.
Also crazy how many people that were on the Carol Burnett show that were in like Mel Brooks movies and shit.
Oh yeah. No, just comedy legends. So yeah, I
Yeah,
grew
yeah.
up with that shit. Yeah,
But
good stuff. Good stuff.
you said his name earlier and I forgot it.
Harvey Korman.
The one that is in Blazing Saddles.
Harvey Korman.
Harvey Korman, that's the one. Well, I know you said it again, but I was just confirming.
Are you stroking out?
He laughed, I feel like, the most from the clips that I saw.
He's
But
classic.
he's
Headley Lamar.
Headley.
Headley.
When I heard about that joke, I'm like, that's so silly. Like that in joke. Like, who's gonna get that?
Everybody. So it's a great fucking movie, dude.
It is true.
What in the wide world of sports is going on
Dude,
here?
oh my gosh, we'd have to watch that someday again.
Oh God.
You can make it now. Yes, you could. You can make it anytime because they did it. You could do it. I hate that phrase. I hate that so much. You can't make that now today. Like, what? Birth of a Nation? Yeah, maybe you shouldn't make a movie like that. You can make any fucking movie you want, you loon.
Are you done with your...
Yeah. What's your long box? But you know what I mean.
I just want to make sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to go
Like,
on
I
a
hate
tangent.
that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate that.
of course. So I watched Homicide: Life on the Street a lot, and there was I'm rewatching it. What?
I'm shocked.
I'm rewatching it because I'm bored, and to be really honest, life really bores the shit out of me most of the time. So I'm just rewatching stuff until I die, until I just kick off, whatever,
You know what?
just desiccated and just die in my chair in front of the fucking TV like every good American. What? So. There's an episode where Juliana Margulies as I can't remember her name, but Ned Beatty as Detective Bolander, and they meet up.
Such a good voice.
What?
Ned Beatty. I love that dude.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. So
I can't not see him as that teddy bear, though. Continue.
are you sure? Okay. I'm gonna.
Shut up now.
So they meet up, and he plays cello and she plays violin, and they're they get together to play Passacaglia by Handel, and it's a movement, I guess, or whatever. But that led me to this Mayuko cameo. And she is, I believe, a Japanese violinist, and she does this whole thing called Paganini 24 Caprices. And it's some of the craziest. I played violin for 4 years when I was in 4th grade until I got to junior high. Yeah. That's how I was able to pick up the guitar so easily, is because I already had my calluses.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
The hardest part about learning guitar is getting your calluses, because it can be
it hurts.
fucking painful. Yeah, especially if you're young. So I already had those going for me, so that was really easy. But I always have a love for the violin, and I was playing it a little bit. And Niccolo Paganini was a bit of a virtuoso violinist back in 17th, 18th century or whatever. But he was Italian, obviously. But basically what he did was he used the violin. He used parts of the fretboard that nobody had ever tried to. He did a lot of crazy shit. If you get a chance to, if you like classical music, and you're looking for something maybe a little more daring than some of the stuff you might hear. And by the way, some classical music is pretty fucking far out there. But Niccolo Paganini and Miyuko cameo.
Personally,
Mayuko cameo is the artist that Paganini 24 Caprices OP1. So highly recommended by me.
Personally, I agree with you
Mm-hmm.
that the violin, I feel like, is an underutilized instrument.
So, fun fact.
In modern music.
You've seen Transformers, it's an 86 cartoon movie. So there's the death of Optimus Prime, and it's
Spoilers.
It's a movement, and there's violins in it.
Yeah.
And I still had my violin from, I hadn't quite returned it to the place where we were renting it from. But I had already quit violin in junior high. Mm-hmm. So I had it, and I was just bored one day, and I was like, I wonder if I can play the violin part to Death of Optimus Prime. And I figured out, because I had the soundtrack, and I figured out how to do that. And I was like, cool. The last time I played a stringed instrument was one of my stepkids played the cello. And I was like, oh, I played the violin, so let me, this was obviously many, many, many years since I've touched a violin or a stringed instrument of that type. And I would have some work to do if you handed me a violin and said, play. I'd have a little bit of practice to do before I got it back. Because it is not, when you've been playing guitar for this long, trying to bow a string instead of pick a string is really, it's interesting.
I was gonna say personally, I think that it could be. What I mean by it's underutilized. I mean specifically like, I feel like I found like when you're making a dramatic sequence,
make some serious shit, dude.
Like I think action sequences to me just have such more pop and sense of urgency.
You ever seen
with violins? You know.
You ever seen Money Pit?
I've heard of it, but I don't think.
Okay, Tom Hanks and Shelley Long, and there's a moment where it's one of the greatest comedies of Tom Hanks' career, and it's underrated because it came. I don't think it was as big of a box office smash as like Big and stuff like that, but
Bachelor Party.
Yeah. But it's an incredible movie about these two young people who are young, upwardly mobile. Yeah, they move out of the city into this giant house, and it just is called the Money Pit. That's what you call.
Yeah, I know it because it's
a house that just
you
falls
sink apart.
Yeah, it's a lemon. And there's this one part where he's out, and they buy this ridiculously large, like $1 million mansion for like $100,000. So it's like, what's wrong with it? But they're like, we have to buy a house. It's you should watch it. Anyway, there's a sequence where he jumps out and she's practicing her violin in the living room, and you don't see her, but you hear her playing. And he's out in the garden, and he's about to pick some apples or whatever the fuck he's doing out there. And there's a bee following him, and the whole time he's just like doing this or whatever alongside the violin, and she's doing like Flight of the Bumblebee or whatever the fuck it is, like yeah. Oh, it's fucking classic, man. But good violin fucking rules, man. You know what I want to see? I want to see some heavy metal violin. I'll bet you there is.
I'm saying incorporate that.
I bet you there is something.
You could do some heavy shit, I feel like, with the violin. And again, it just like a stringed instrument like that adds so much tension, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
To anything.
Oh, fuck Charlie Daniels and his politics, but goddamn, Devil Went Down to Georgia's fucking that's some sweet shit, dude. That's some good violin playing, man. I can't play like that.
That was a good one. Yeah, I beat you on that one, man.
Take that, Charlie.
How do we actually feel about Charlie Daniels himself?
I know.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah. No, as a human being, just a piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. Just a racist, misogynistic, homophobic piece of shit. Just a fucking cock.
Brilliant!
Anyway. So today...
that one song, Sorry.
The devil and... You're going to
Can't you have anything nice to say about not that guy?
Anyway,
I think he's dead.
I just Joker laughed. Good job. Today we really don't have much news. We're mostly going to be talking about.
You want to get? We're supposed to be nude.
Yes, Peacemaker and the books that we have here. So I just want to be brief. There was a piece of news. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. I'll have a link in the description of the episode if you want to read it yourself. But Prime Video is being sued. So, the lawsuit in question accuses Amazon. This is pulled directly from that Hollywood Reporter article, by the way. The lawsuit accuses Amazon, which didn't respond to a request for comment of misrepresenting the nature of movie and TV transactions during the purchase process. On its website and platform, the company tells consumers that they can, quotes, buy a movie, but hidden in a footnote on the confirmation page in the fine print that says you'll receive a license to the video and you agree to our terms, the complaint says. So they're pretty much, and this is also happening in video games as well. where it is this stance of like, okay, we need to have legislation here in place to protect consumers and artists to not get fucked over, because if you're going to spend $25, which is I'm pretty sure is what it costs to buy a new movie on Amazon, I better get that fucking movie. And not, oh, well, you bought the license. No, I bought the fucking movie. And this is also why I think you're starting to see, and I've been saying that for years, but now more than ever, buy physical media because you clearly don't fucking own the shit you buy digitally anymore.
I mean, you know what I was just thinking the other day. I'm like, I'm gonna invest in a flat screen TV that's not a smart TV, a DVD player, and just start buying physical media again.
That's what I'm saying.
And just cut the fucking.
My PS5 is a Blu-ray player, so I might as well get some Blu-rays.
Guess what? Well, then you're still.
I'm saying I have at least 3 Blu-ray players in my house.
That's fine, but if the internet goes out, you can't play your PlayStation 5.
Because do
you have just a straight up DVD player?
I don't. A Blu-ray player, but I feel like even every Blu-ray player has to be connected.
Check it out.
To the
They're
internet
getting real expensive because nobody makes them anymore, and people are hoarding them. Somebody's hoarding them. So anyway.
Well, this lawsuit might change something too, but also, I want to point out in the article mentions this as well, and I've been following it myself because I was interested in this, because video games are even worse in a scenario where the big one that led to this movement, Stop Killing Games, was there was a game called The Crew that was a live service, so you always had to be kind of connected to the internet game, that just delisted one day and went black. And just, servers are out, you can't connect to the game anymore, doesn't matter how much you spent on it, when you bought it, whatever, you can't play it.
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
Wow.
This is also, I think, Ubisoft, who said you don't really own your games, much like Amazon is trying to say here, where it's like, well, you technically own a license. So I'm like, okay then, Ubisoft, I'm going to take my license to fucking pirate your shit.
You just
because you know what? If I buy it and I spend $70 fucking dollars and you're saying it ain't mine, fuck you.
Wow.
I'm stealing from you.
Shots fired.
Not really. I don't know how to pirate games. I don't. I really don't. But I'm just saying, I don't see why people.
Good one.
No, to me, at that point, you're saying that's cool to pirate your shit. Same with Amazon. At this point, it's cool to pirate your shit because it's like, fuck you. Fuck you, truly. If you're telling me if I'm going to spend my hard-earned cash on something and I don't really own it, fuck you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck you.
I want to point out one thing. The lawyer pursuing this, I want to point what he says because I think it's interesting. And then we'll get done with that and move on to Peacemaker. This is what Wright Knoll says. He says, Amazon, quote, does not meet the standards set by the statute of a clear and conspicuous notice that the conspicuous, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't read. Conspicuous notice that the thing that they are purchasing is a revocable license to access the digital good.
You got the goods.
The warning is buried at the very bottom of the screen in font that is considerably smaller than the other text on the screen.
And good luck if your HPI 1080p.
But here's the thing that I don't understand about
resolution
and this
on your screen.
Well, and this needs to be sorted out because Amazon.
What the fuck am I trying to say? Sorry.
Also, read that article. It's good because it gives you a lot of
read it.
bullet points. Because there's also there's a similar case that was in 2020 about this. And I think it's going to be an ongoing thing because at the end of the day, it's to be I understand licenses, but it should be a situation where it's like using a Steam code or a code on PlayStation. When you buy a card for PlayStation or Xbox, it's a very specific code that belongs to you. Every time I purchase something, there should just be a code that belongs to me. So if you lose your license, I still have it because I fucking bought it. Boom, I solved your fucking problem, Amazon.
Wow.
It's almost like this issue was created by you so you can continue to milk consumers.
Can't believe it. I don't believe it. You're
I'm fucking
a liar.
shocked.
You're a fucking liar. What are you, a Democrat?
So anyway, fuck Amazon. And I hope they lose. They probably will.
What are you, fucking woke?
Because we live in the worst timeline.
I know.
Speaking of timelines.
Timelines.
We're talking about Peacemaker, season
fuck's
2,
sake.
episode 1.
Yeah. Season 2, episode 1.
Jake's review.
So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific.
Actually,
right?
that's a spoiler for later in the episode of Peacemaker.
Jeez.
That's what. I ain't lying. I gotta get this out of the way. It's you and I reviewed season 1 on this show. We both really enjoyed season 1. We both enjoyed Superman and what James Gunn has been doing. We enjoyed Creature Commandos. So we are the 3rd official project in the DCU run by James Gunn. How do you feel with this episode?
I think I told
And
you
where we're at,
off the air. I'm suffering from some James Gunn fatigue. There was a part of me that never really gave in to his interpretation of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy that I knew was Yondu and like those dudes at Sylvester Stallone and shit. Okay. So I never really cared for it, even though they're all 3 pretty great movies. But I didn't like what he did with Ego. I didn't like what he did with High Evolutionary. I didn't like... There's a lot of stuff that I don't like that he does that because everything else is so good, I've been able to overlook. This episode has kind of shown me unequivocally that I'm kind of over it. Please don't tell me that the entire DCU is going to be like this. Because please tell me other creators are involved.
Yeah.
And other filmmakers are involved with different aesthetics. Because, again, wow, another shocking all-naked orgy scene in a James Gunn or a scene where somebody gets pounded into oblivion for no reason because they're just being a dick. And, I mean, like, what? I don't... I got to be honest. I didn't see a point to any of this fucking episode. None of it's leading anywhere other than going, hey, remember last season? You're going to see a lot of that this season. Check it out.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Before we get into spoilers.
Oh, it's already spoiled.
Well, the orgy's a spoiler, I guess, but
Is it?
by the time this goes
To be
up,
honest, once
if any
once he
time
started
out,
smoking weed and then all the naked people showed up, I was like, this fucking
Can I-
tracks. This is exactly what I expect from James Gunn. Oh, hey, let's show a scene where he's being completely self-destructive. Oh, yeah, and let's get a bunch of naked people to do it too.
Can I talk? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jesus, shut up, Tyler. Anyway.
before we go into spoilers, I enjoyed this episode. However,
I laughed out loud a couple times.
I feel you. It's weird to say when I'm about to talk about an orgy scene, but but I understand what you feel because I felt that too in that sequence where I was like, "What the fuck are we?" It's not shocking, dude. Like I don't like this. This takes away from this scene. Like takes away from this a lot. And
What was the scene in The Boys? What was it called again? The
I'll get there because I want to talk about even more. I want to talk about this in a second because I know where you're going and I want to add on to that. I was so fucking over that sequence.
And it kept going because he doesn't know when to stop.
Because you know why? Because this is that was the second time in as many weeks as I'd seen a fucking orgy sequence in a show. And the third recent one I've seen, including the Hero-gasm with The Boys.
What was the other one?
Twisted Metal. So I'm watching I'm watching season 2, and the episode right before all the things happen, like one of the things is like it's in the apocalypse, and it's one of the more richer towns in the elites, and so of course it's like a bathhouse, and it's just a full on fucking orgy, and it's like, I'm not a fucking prude, I'm not someone that like gets weird about sex on movies, but like it's weird to say. But this whole orgy thing is not shocking and funny, and it doesn't. It took a lot out of this episode. Like I'm with you. There was a part where I'm like, God, there was so much better shit in this that it almost gets dragged down by this fucking nonsense.
I got so bored because it kept going
yes.
on. So finally,
you can only show someone jacking off or someone
finally,
getting fucking eaten out in a weird position.
Finally,
fucking
I
weird
started
spot.
looking. And I realized, of course, I know that none of these people are actually fucking. They're acting.
Yeah.
But then I started looking at the acting, and I was like, that angle is all fucking wrong.
That's not even a hard dick.
Your penis is hitting her, like, lower back, jackass. You know what I mean? Like way up, you know? Like, the angle's all wrong. And it's not even good acting. You know?
That sequence aside, I enjoyed a lot of this.
Yeah,
However, I think I'd see, and I also see. I'm not. This is what I love about doing this show. I don't think your criticisms are invalid.
Good, because they're fucking not.
But I will say, I think those problems that you have are going to get, or those issues that you have will get resolved next year, because as far as
Next week.
Next year, listen, not the episode. I'm not talking about Peacemaker. I'm talking about James Gunn specifically. Sorry. I'm saying your James Gunn fatigue is going to end next year because everything that's coming out for DC next year, he is not involved.
And what is all coming out next year?
It's
Supergirl, which is produced by him.
Supergirl. He's producing everything. He's Feige. That's what I'm saying. But he's not like...
Yeah, but he's going to inject his fucking stupid fucking aesthetics.
You don't know that.
I'm
you
tired,
cannot tell me that. You don't know that.
At this point,
you don't know him as a boss.
At this point now, everything you do, James Gunn, I already know what's going to happen in it. There's going to be some funny parts and some shocking parts and some gore and maybe some titties. Okay, cool. Great. What's the fucking story, dude? That's what made you, is story. And this episode, there's no story. It's a bunch of fucking
I mean, there is a story.
characters.
We could get into the story. We could get into
what
the
story is it? Okay. I don't know that there's a story. Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm just saying.
Let's bring back these two characters. Okay.
I want to be clear. So yeah, Clayface Lanterns, Supergirl. That's all supposed to come out next year.
Okay.
Clayface might get delayed. I don't know, but and who knows whenever the fuck the Batman Part 2 comes out. I know that's not James Gunn either. But I do think it's intentional to and I think he should have done it in a better way. In my opinion, because I think what he was intentionally trying to do with Peacemaker was be like, okay, Superman is this, Peacemaker is this, and he's trying to illustrate that these two extremes or these two different things can exist in the same world. Fine, but there's better ways than that fucking orgy sequence, because I can't help but address it because more.
Oh boy,
the sex in Creature Commandos actually. And stuff like that had a purpose, in a way, narratively. I think with
dude, I'm not a prude by any means. It's just, again, like you said, we've seen it, been there, done that.
Exactly. It's just not. Whenever I cringe at orgy sequences, because it's just not. It never looks good. It's fake fucking. It doesn't look good.
You know what? And here, you know what? And let's.
I'm sorry, we're spending too much time.
No. Let's move past the orgy scene because I want to dissect the fuck out of this episode because I want to prove to you that it is fucking a waste of 48 minutes of a waste of my fucking time. Okay. All right. How about the part where he's trying to join the Justice Gang?
Okay, let's talk about the retcon. Let's talk about the retcon in general.
No. I just want to talk about the part.
Time out. Well, because. No, I think that's important because
we can get there afterwards. I want to talk about how the whole sequence is him feeling, oh, I'm not good. Didn't we deal with that last season? Didn't he already deal with how he's not good and now he's better again? Like, most of this episode and the reason why I don't like it is because it feels rehashed. It feels like last season chewed up, swallowed, and shit out on a plate for me. That's where I'm at. And I apologize for directing. Let's get to the retcon because that is part of.
No, it's fine.
I wanted to stress.
I don't know why you're so mad about this episode.
Am I wrong about the Justice Gang sequence where it's like, why are we doing this again? Because we did this last season. where he's unsure of himself. And a character arc means that you get better and you grow as a character. To me, he's regressed to the beginning of last season. I'm like, what? I thought you were more confident shit, dude. Like, what? Oh.
Well, yeah, but that's also... What I think is he just wants to be accepted as a good guy, but can't, like, help himself. That was his arc in the first season.
Mm.
And I see what you mean with this, where it feels that way in season 2. I don't know if that's going to be this overarching thing in season 2. I do see what, and again, I don't think any of your criticisms are invalid of thinking that it felt like season 1. I think I think it was necessary to have an episode like this, though, because it's been 3 years. And I think that whole sequence of... I think the reason that you feel that way is that it's intentional. I think this episode is supposed to feel like chewing up and spitting out for season 1 because that's what it's supposed to be. But now, episode 2 and 3 and whatever are going to finally be him being accepted as a superhero and being what he always wanted to be. He's getting that life that he had. Mm-hmm. Personally, I thought it was what I would have liked was that whole sequence at the end of this episode was at the end of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we kept it small. If we want to talk about criticisms, I already have one now. Stop making Peacemaker more important than he really is, James, just because you love John Cena.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't, like, and you know what? It's my criticism on the genre of a whole. Not every character needs to have some sort of fucking multiversal dimensional shit, man. Spider-Man is not a multiverse character. What part of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man said multiverse?
So now that I've gotten you all hot and bothered over the episode, let's talk about things that I did like.
No.
I really liked the Economos vigilante conversation. I enjoyed Economos pretty much the whole episode. The sequence that I was complaining about is actually really funny and pretty entertaining. With Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Although, again, Maxwell Lord is not that. He's not like that. But, I mean, again, I should know by now that James Gunn is not going to necessarily hew faithfully to the comics. So I should not be surprised that he made Maxwell Lord into a Gerry Buss 1970s Lakers type dude. Like Showtime type of dude. That's the impression I got. I can't help it. Every time I talk about something I like, I'm like, well, this sucked.
I love the retcon, though. I thought that was funny.
It was, I will give kudos.
And I loved every minute of it.
Right. It kind of was supposed to, and I will give kudos to using that to fold it in.
And retcon that, yeah.
That was pretty excellent.
Rarely do you see it in live action. You only see that in the comics. But.
What's her name was funny with, who was she hanging out with?
Call me a puke freak. Honestly, I'm still excited about the prospect of seeing Guy Gardner in Lanterns.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I want more Guy Gardner.
I want more Green Lanterns, and we're getting more of that.
I'm sure by this Thursday I'll be pleasantly surprised, and on Monday next week or whatever day we do next week, I'll be like, oh, I was totally wrong. Because how many times that happened on this show? A lot.
I got to say, the more, though, some things we liked, I think John Cena's great in the role.
I don't like it.
I enjoy John as he was actually asked about this. Of all the roles he's been doing lately, which ones has he enjoyed the most? And he said Peacemaker. And he
gets to walk around in his tighty whities all the time.
Well,
I would love that.
He said that he wasn't James Gunn's first pick for Peacemaker, and then he goes, and then he killed me, and then he enjoyed working with me so much he broke his own rule and brought back a character that he technically tried to kill, and he's like, it brought me back, and like because of that, it's my favorite. And you can tell, like, he really cares about this role, and he again, pro wrestlers. End your in-ring career early, and get into acting because you have so much training in facial expressions that, like, dude, like John Cena, not enough credit goes to him. Like, he does a good sad like puppy dog face. I'll give him that, man.
Yeah.
He can sell it.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't at this point. Overall, I'm not happy. I'm kind of disappointed with the first episode. I think
I expect
Thursday I will probably change my tune.
Oh no, I think that again. I think that regression and all that is intentional to make you kind of lull you into what it was going to be like season 1, and then every episode after that is going to kind of flip it on its head and do something different. I was surprised. I wasn't like super surprised. I was like, well, that makes sense because that's how we're going to body swap them. But I was just like, should legitimately like, oh damn, when he killed Peacemaker 2, where like he shot him up into the air and hit, like Gort like impaled him and he fell down. I was like, oh shit. The him going into the interdimensional thing and saying hi to that alien and the alien just going, no,
That was funny. Yeah.
what a fucking dick. And then to see, because the joke for that later is funny too. It's like, who's that? I was like, I don't know, some dude who just doesn't fucking say hi to me. Like he's just legitimately mad at that. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see where season 2 goes. I think what you're saying is legit because I felt it too in some sequences where I'm like, dude, let's move this along.
Try and
like,
sell that piece of shit opening sequence to me. Sell it to me. Because I ain't buying right now.
First of all, while I do enjoy that song by Foxy Shazam,
I don't even know who these
Do You
fucking
Want to Taste
bands
It
are.
is a better one.
I think they're all James Gunn's bands.
Oh, God.
I really do. Or his brothers.
I don't know. So you turned on him.
I have fucking turned on him.
You like Superman, so how did you turn so quickly?
Because I don't...
Superman was different.
No, I don't... Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because Superman wasn't trying to have a fucking orgy sequence in the middle of it, so I guess they had that going.
Sure, he was probably like, oh, and the focus groups were like, no.
James.
Come on.
No, I
Also, not enough Metamorpho in Superman. Fucko, all right? No, I've turned on him because
this episode was an affront to you.
just stop doing the same shit over and over again. That's my big issue. Hey, especially, I don't know, maybe if I was like, maybe part of me was like, oh, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with the opening sequence because everybody was hyping it up.
I don't think it's as good as the first season.
Well,
I don't know.
But he even was like, oh, it's totally different and totally new. And it's not at all. It's the same fucking thing. It's just different actors.
A different song.
That's I think what upset me. When I finally saw that and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because he did hype it up. And they're like, oh, this totally... And fucking that's what you give me, dude? Dude, I don't even want to watch the rest of this fucking episode. I don't even want to watch it. Because I already know what's going to happen. Fucking Peacemaker's going to get sad and start smoking weed and drinking and have an orgy in his house.
Wow. Man, I enjoyed the episode. I don't.
Fuck you, James Gunn. No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I know it's not for real. But
I enjoyed the sequence when she got diagnosed with toxic masculinity. I thought that was funny.
That was really funny.
Because she started to talk and he started to write down again. I like that got a legitimate.
Well, it just
chuckle.
got like
are you
it
fucking
just
kidding
went from
me?
0 to 60.
Yeah, and then her just punching the shit out of her car. So that sequence, let's talk about that.
What sequence?
Where she gets into the bar fight. Because that's the only time she feels anything is when she gets her ass kicked, apparently.
Okay.
I've
never seen a character like that before.
The one part that made me go, Jesus, when I was like, come on now, is when she's like punching him and like punching him, and then she's getting dragged off and she's clawing her way back onto this guy, like to continue to punch him, but then she like pulled his pants down. It was like so gonna get this guy that she was gonna be like, I'm just gonna fucking just rip my way to you. I legitimately got a laugh out of me. I'm like, good God. And then there's some other things I like. Oh yeah, Freddie Storm was funny. His vigilante and the little bits that he was in. Yeah, I'm interested to see where the season goes. I am a little frustrated because I knew going in that the interdimensional, like the door and all that, was going to be a much bigger thing in season 2 going into this, but I still would have wished it would have been utilized differently and I don't think that I don't think James Gunn is going to make Peacemaker overly more important than he really is in the DCU, but I just think, I don't know if it was the move to go from Superman to Peacemaker. I just don't know. I feel like there should have been.
I feel bad because I feel like the fact that it was almost an affront to me is almost an affront to you. Like, I feel like you're feeling like
you're really yucking my yum. Man.
Upset because I'm upset about the episode because you liked it.
Yeah,
and we're friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry that
I think
you were
you know
so
what?
upset by that.
I think it's time. We take a little break.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's time that we.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
All right, Tyler. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
First up on the 4 books that we're talking about tonight, the one that actually will probably get some in-depth analysis compared to the other ones, but regardless, we have Absolute Batman number 11 by Scott Snyder and Clay Mann, who is taking over for art. I gotta say, I really dig his art in this book.
Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. At this point, I mean, we're in issue 11.
It's more defined than Dragata. I think Dragata does like more bigger, bulky dudes versus his.
It's fine either way. At this point, the art, as long as it's fairly consistent, and all the artists that have done work on this book have kept a pretty consistent style, gritty kind of line work. So this is the story of Bane in the Absolute Universe. It is very much like the Bane.
So the difference here is they and I'm not familiar with this in the main continuity, but I don't think they've ever touched on the idea of the Venom increasing his brain like this book does. Because this not only
Venom does increase the problem that we get into is that Batman and Robin portrayed Bane as a dimwit.
Yeah. He's always been smart,
right? Which is he's always been like incredibly. That's why he's such a great villain for Batman because he's about as smart as Batman.
He figures out Bruce Wayne's secret identity just because he's smart.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, because duh.
So does the. I'm pretty sure every one of his villains has figured it out at some point.
Because it's not that fucking hard.
It's not. So this whole entire issue is done and told in like a flashback, almost like mythological manner, because it builds up Bane as this driving force of nature, which I love, and that's always what Bane has been about. So Bane has always been smart, and he's always been someone who could physically break Batman, and has always been able to defeat Batman physically.
Yeah.
And this whole issue does an amazing, and
it's really cool. Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, I think the reason this book hits so hard for me, this absolute Batman, and another reason why I'm glad that you're enjoying it, is when Scott Snyder really fucking dips into horror and just goes for it. Bane is terrifying in these books. Bane truly is this almost like Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers level of true force of violent nature that you just cannot stop.
I think it's the Joker that they alluded to that
he's the
makes
one
him the offer on the island. But I like how his mask is the flag of Santa Pascal.
It's the bird.
Santa Prisca. It's the Royal Quetzal.
It's the bird.
Which I think is really cool
awesome.
that they, So the guy, we're assuming the Joker is who the character is. They never really said.
He never
laughs.
He just
yep.
smiles.
That's where I got that because it says the way he jokes with the boy but never laughs. But he basically says, "Okay, I'm going to give you all this shit if you leave us alone." And his dad, his revolutionary dad, comes to hug him, and the boy crushes his back. Yeah,
literally.
Then he just goes on a fucking rampage, and he finds
he was in prison for a long time.
Batman, and that's a pretty cool fucking splash
but
page.
What they mention, oh god, dude. Oh, let me. I want to this shot here when Alfred is explaining him.
Yeah.
And he says, "And he is here for you, Bruce."
Yeah.
In the close-up panel of Bane's eyes, horrifying. And
I'm here for you, little one.
what I love so much about what I was kind of touching on earlier, what I love so much about what Scott Snyder's been doing with this book is it has been bombastic and crazy. And this year that we have been reading this book,
Almost a year,
yeah, that because the next issue will be 12. That's how numbers work, G.
yeah, right.
11 and then 12.
Fun fact: 12 comes after 11. Wow, what trivia! I want a 1,000. I want a $50 bar
Wait a minute,
bucks.
Tyler, the big number here tells me what it is.
But so Bane.
but
sorry.
The point I was trying to make is, I think the reason I really love this Batman is because it is Scott Snyder leaning into the gothic horror aspects
I think
of him.
I think Scott Snyder was like, I don't give a fuck. I am going to do the nuttiest, craziest shit I can think of that I could never get away
in a
with
Batman book yeah.
over in Batman. This is the same guy
I have no
who
rules here.
had the Joker convince the entire Batman family that he had cut off their faces.
Yeah.
Okay, that and I love the idea of him coming back with his own face cut off and then reattached to his own face. Like, that's fucking next level
Stapled to
Joker
his
shit.
face.
Yeah, that's fucking next level shit, right? So anyway, so Bane finds Batman, and you think, oh, maybe, and then all of a sudden Bane takes his axe and cuts off one of his arms, and you're like, oh shit.
It cuts off his other arm. And
Yeah, and then one of his legs, and it's like, and then he literally smashes his fucking skull to paste.
see his eyeball.
Yeah,
the bottom
and his
of it.
teeth. Yeah, and then they show them showing up, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna prep him for surgery," you know.
Like, we're gonna rebuild him, and they show his missing arms.
And you're like, okay, that's fucking weird. But then they show, don't they show the splash page of what he's supposed to look like?
yeah, and it's a
Which
shirtless-
is so fucking dumb.
I love it.
I know you
I love
do.
how stupid it looks.
No, I don't have shit for you, dude.
Cooper,
Get out of here.
come on, man. Well, they show him what he's supposed to be. They also show the page before that is Bane going back to his country, his home country, visiting it and visiting the grave of his father or whatever. But then after the splash page of what he's supposed to look like, it seems like that wasn't real because Bane shows up where Batman's friends are and he says, you're still out there somewhere unbroken, safe for now. I know it, and he knows it too. That's why he didn't go to your door, but instead went to theirs, because he knows the real way to break you is by breaking them. It shows all the...
And we already know that what's his name is fucking a giant alligator.
Oh, God. So now I'm curious of what those guys are going to be. Also, that dream sequence was crazy for me because I'm like, wait a minute, what?
So I'm reading this book and I'm like, okay, I don't know that this is a dream sequence because it's not clear.
I didn't either.
Right. Until like after it's done, right? Until after they show that picture of him and you're like, oh, so I'm like sitting there, I'm reading this and I'm like,
what the fuck?
right. And I'm like, I'm trying to like it. I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna trust you, Snyder, and this is where we're going with a Bane-ified Batman. Okay. And then it turns the page and it's like, oh, that's not real. And it's like
going after their
okay,
friends,
that makes so. Oh my God, thank you, Snyder. Because gotta be honest, now that I know it's not real, that was pretty fucking stupid.
I was like, yeah, it would have been really shitty. Like, oh, we're just gonna kill Batman in episode or issue 11,
And then make him like a Deathlock type of character.
yeah.
Where he's dead, but he's alive. Whatever. A plus. I can't wait to see. I wonder if there's going to be any sort of
I'll eat your ass.
number 12 like spectacular double issue or something, maybe like the final battle against Bane or so. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tyler,
I'll eat your ass.
on that issue.
Fucking turn your thing down, please. Oh, fuck you. Turn it. Yeah.
Why don't you fucking chill?
Yeah, like all the way up, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
You just fucking get to the next book, please.
So our theme this week is Tyler and Jake versus the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Sorry, you pay the bills. Jake and Tyler versus the Marvel
off panel,
Universe.
off topic.
Oh yeah.
Versus the Marvel.
And we have a trivia,
books.
a trio of books. One of them is Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe 1, and then Predator Kills the Marvel Universe 1, and then The Thing versus the Marvel Universe. And we're gonna go in order. So let's start with Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. I don't even really need to open this book, but if you want to,
Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna break down these books
We
like we did
did-
Batman.
but we did
didn't
all
e-
the Godzilla books
didn't really-
already.
we didn't really break those down that much.
Do you remember the like Avengers versus Godzilla?
Yeah, no, we did. But
we did all those, and it's the
we
same.
did a themed episode already of that. And
Yeah.
and what I wanted to talk about is my frustration with all of these books. Is and I think you and I probably have the same conclusions of it. Why Marvel makes continuity between these fucking crossover books is stupid. And why would they do it? Why? I don't want to have to look. Ugh. So I'm just saying, like, I don't want to jump in and talk about the other books. I mean, we can kind of jump around because we're not really going to break these books down that much. Other than, yeah, I already fucking read this, and I already read the fucking the Predator book too.
There's already a trade out of the Godzilla versus books. And now you're giving me a series called Godzilla Destroys. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we literally just had this.
What are you doing? Why are you
So-
just making the same shit over? And it's not even that good. None of them were really that good.
I will say props to Duggan for. By the way, I forgot to mention.
The best one was Fantastic Four because it was John Romita Jr. and literally Silver Surfer gave Godzilla the power cosmic. That was fucking dope.
Gar-
Because Mecha Godzilla was
Gerry Duggan-
Galactus' herald.
Gerry Duggan and Javier Garrón
Mhm.
did the Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Gotta say, props to Duggan, though. I do think it is pretty funny that Mole Man accidentally woke up Godzilla.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny to me.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just... Godzilla shows up. He punches Celestial and kills Celestial. Everybody says, oh, no, gotta stop Godzilla. And they kind of just...
yeah, I mean,
some of the panel work is kind of cool. Like there's
Yeah.
running down a fire escape and everything.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing I'll talk about in that Predator book, and the thing actually is excluded from that because that one is the most self-contained. But like you said,
We'll get to
like
each
you said,
book in
you
time.
just had Godzilla versus books with the X-Men and Avengers and Spider-Man and
Thor and-
all
and
the
Hulk
big,
and-
all the
yeah,
characters,
yeah.
right? Why bother making this then? Why not take very capable and talented artists that worked on this book and let them do, I don't know, fucking anything else? Anything else? Like, what are we doing?
Why don't you ask them,
Why-
hey, what would you like to do?
And I'm
I'll
sure.
bet you their idea is better than this
and
bullshit.
And I'm sure. Who is it? Toho?
Toho Limited, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, there's a good partnership with them, and there's a good amount of money that comes out of these Godzilla books with that IP. But it's just the same shit over again and over. And we talked about it in the Godzilla books. And you're like, why do you guys talk about these books if you don't like them? And you talk about the things, you want to be positive and stuff. But it's like, it is time. I think it is okay.
I'm okay telling Marvel to stop making shitty books.
It's okay to point out, like,
Yeah.
shit like this.
Yes.
Like, where it's like, you have very talented and capable, like, the art and the writing is not bad in this book. It's just, I didn't care for it because it's just rehashing the
Look,
same shit you just told me months ago.
And segue into the fact that you just had a Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe book. You also have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe and Godzilla. What the fuck is up your... What are you doing?
And
anyway.
we'll get to Predator in a second.
Oh.
To wrap up Godzilla, I still think my favorite book of them would have probably been Hulk, maybe? Hulk or Spider-Man?
Hulk was good because he irradiated Godzilla,
That was
with
cool
his
'cause
gamma.
added
But
to-
Fantastic
added to-
Four, dude, where Silver Surfer gives him a power cosmic
pretty
because
cool.
Mecha Godzilla
But
is
Venom
Galactus' fucking herald.
Godzilla was pretty cool. And I do like Joe Kelly a lot. And he wrote that book.
They each had their own
They had
charms.
their charms, and this book had its
Um,
moments. But you know what? I could have flipped through it, and I would have been fine. I can't believe I actually read the whole
saw
fucking book.
Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #1. Moving on.
Yes.
And it said
Time out. Before we go any further, should we rate, like, how are we going to rate, like, in terms of the crossover? Like,
I'm just gonna rate the books as they come. I
Okay.
didn't like that. Ew, fuck you.
I think unanimously we agree.
Hmm.
Continue. Predator destroy.
Predator
yeah,
kills the Marvel Universe. It's different than destroys.
It's Benjamin Percy and let me see. I have it pulled up here. Let me scroll up. Benjamin Percy, Marcelo Ferreira, and Daniel Piccitto. I think it's Piccitto. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I apologize. But that's who worked on Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #1. So I do appreciate the company synergy to have the Fantastic Four be involved intricately to this and the book involving Godzilla. Gotta love that. Company synergy at Disney. And more importantly, a Fox property invading a Marvel book.
So
even better.
we start off Marcelo Ferreira and Daniel Piccitto, Jay Leaston and Daniel Piccitto, inkers. So we start off and Guardians of the Galaxy again. They've changed all the Guardians of the Galaxy, their
match the
characters
movie.
to match the movie, which fucking pisses me
That's
off
just,
too.
dude, you need to accept the fact that James Gunn made that the Guardians of the Galaxy from now on.
Fuck off.
Until
So
they
they
reboot the
they
universe.
get like off by predators. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, they all get killed. I will say the one thing about this book that is intriguing to me,
Yeah.
and apparently it has already happened like in another series, but Craven.
See, and again, this is what I'm talking about. So by the way, I'm sure in the next issue, the Wolverine book will be mentioned because there's a Predator versus Wolverine book. And again, stop it, you bastards.
Yeah.
You rat bastards. Stop making continuity in a crossover book. Just make... I know you want to make money, and these books are one-shots, and you're trying to find ways to make money off of it.
Sure.
But
Well,
like,
this is a series,
But
I
I
think.
promise you,
Yeah.
I don't give it. I, like most people, don't give a shit about Predator versus Spider-Man or
Yeah.
Predator versus Black
The events of this
Panther.
series take place after Predator versus. I don't give a shit. So anyway, they kill off Guardians of the Galaxy. Then this general goes to the Weapon Plus facility, and I got to be honest, that's kind of cool. Predator X.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's kind of cool.
That was awesome. No, this book has its moments
And
too. Like
then
the
Craven,
kills are awesome.
Yeah, Craven goes to see like, hey, the main guy.
By the way, Craven helping them makes a lot of sense,
It does.
and I like it.
Then they go and they basically start after the Fantastic Four, and they off Thing and Johnny Storm, and
that's crazy.
what's his name? Which is a crazy kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get so Sue and Reed are by themselves, and Reed is dying.
Yeah.
And that's the end. And next will be X-Men and the Avengers are at
Well,
the
they
top of
point
their
out
kill list.
one of them has vibranium armor that
Yeah.
they got from Black Panther.
Yeah.
And there's some reference to Spider-Man. And I'm sure at some point, one of them will get the fucking Venom symbiote. And then we'll fucking...
And the Carnage symbiote.
Again,
And then the
Again,
Bigger
really good art. Really, Benjamin Percy. I
Pretty
like
good
a
art.
lot of Benjamin Percy's work,
Mhm.
just like I said on the other book. It frustrates me because there's so much talent that is in those books that could be used
Being
to
wasted.
make other. You know what I was reading that whole time? I was thinking, hey, is Benjamin Percy doing just Marvel Predator books? Maybe I should look into this because I would read some Predator books. This makes me want to read a Predator book. Does not make like none of that. Like some really cool kills, some cool shots, and like
Sure,
Predator X was cool and all that other shit. But it just goes back to like, dude, I don't understand how these books make money. I just don't get it. I mean, yes, I do, and I don't. Obviously, you put Predator in a Marvel book. You put the IP, like, ooh, wow, whoa, to people that don't really read comics. But it's always the same
A
shit.
schmuck like me is going to pay $6 for it because it's like, oh,
Well, this
number
could be
one,
a good up for the
maybe
pot.
kind of. But if you're just a random comic, look, if I wasn't doing the podcast, say I went to the comic book store once a week, and I wasn't doing the podcast, and this is how I would buy comics, regardless of whether I did the podcast. Okay, so just put that out there. I'm buying these things because I'm intrigued, and I can't. It's not a London library, pal, so I can't stand there and read it and see if I like it. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe they would Jays might let me, but
really shitty.
I mean, I fucking spend a lot of money there, but But again, I don't appreciate. It's just like the extra dollar cover on the fucking Absolute books, and they do it on all the DC books, not just the Absolute books. And it's like, fuck you for. What a shitty way to get an extra dollar out of me. What a shitty, under fucking handed way. You know, I don't want that extra cover. I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
Last book.
The best one. And
yes, I would say across the board, we would say.
I'll eat your ass.
Let's start off with a little bit of history.
I'll read your ass.
Back in the day, like the 70s and early 80s, the hierarchy of the Marvel universe as far as the mainstream went was Spider-Man, Hulk, Thing. Wolverine wasn't really a big thing yet. I mean, Wolverine was becoming a bigger character, but he really didn't hit his mainstream stride until about the early to mid 80s.
Yeah.
So for like late 70s or so, it was the Thing was a big fucking deal. He had like 4 solo books, and one of them was called Marvel 2-in-1. And it was always the Thing with a rotating cast of guest stars, guest characters, and it was really cool because you forced these these writers and artists were forced to come up with ways. Why is Spider-Man here? Why is Colossus here? Why is this guy here? Why is Black Cat here? And so on. So it was actually a really cool book, and it ran for a long time. He also had a book after Secret Wars, which I think was his solo book extended beyond the Secret Wars. So when Secret Wars ended, the Thing was able to change back and forth at will on Battleworld. So he let everybody. He told everybody to go home, and She-Hulk took his place, and he stayed on Battleworld for like a good 2 or 3 years.
Oh, that's why she was in the Fantastic Four.
Yes. So
time out real quick, just to be like, God damn it, Marvel. Did you see that text I sent you a few days ago saying the Planet She-Hulk is going to be a thing?
Yes.
Because we're out of ideas.
Yeah, apparently.
Anyway, the Thing versus the Marvel Universe to wrap up.
But this is called the Marvel All-on-One, which is a play on the 2-in-1.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Thing versus the Marvel Universe. And I'm sitting there.
Splash pages.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this is $8. This better be fucking good.
It's 50 pages.
Every fucking page is a splash page. And here's the thing. My favorite...
I said it.
My favorite comic book artist in this era is Ed McGuinness. He is my favorite. He has the aesthetics, and boy, I love that fucking word, don't I? He has the sensibilities of...
Ooh, look at him looking into the stars.
Of a Kirby.
Yeah.
Those epic, like, fight... You've read the book.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah, like this whole book.
But
is
this whole book is first he starts fighting this Fantastic Four, and they're robots, and he
when he
figures out
crushes the Thing, or crushes Reed, it's violent. I was like, good God,
and
his head popped off,
and he just starts, and Iron Man comes by and he starts doing his shit. He realizes everybody's a robot. I love how he takes out Iron Man. He jumps off the building and rips his head off.
Yeah, he just literally bounces himself off the building rip his head off.
But then it's the Avenger. I mean, it's just art porn. It really
is.
It's him figuring out that everybody's a robot. So he's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna kill
punch
everybody.
His way out.
I can still kill everybody.
Sometimes you just need to punch your way out.
Everybody's against him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love the Goliath.
Yeah.
But then, like, he does all this. He just beats the shit out of it, and finally,
the ending is where I
breaks things. Smash, great, fucking with a couple of taxis,
He smashes him into pieces.
And then fucking Phoenix. She brings the fucking moon down on him, and he's like, okay, something's.
The part where the moon gets brought down on him and then the ending of it is just so funny. Because, dude, I read that book last. No, I read that second to last, I think.
And then the Impossible Man had made it all possible. And Thing was like, dude, I know you were trying to fuck with me, but I was in a bad spot. And that was because he literally had to kill the Marvel Universe and then got a fucking moon dropped on him. And he was like, I'm feeling great, man. This is great. We should do this more.
No, that was therapy for me. He's like, I got to punch out all my rage. It was awesome. And dude,
it's a nothing book. There's no continuity.
And that's
awesome.
Is why I loved this fucking book
A fucking
more
plus.
than any other one.
Yes.
Because and the ending itself is ridiculous and stupid, and it sums up the whole point of these books. They're dumb. And to have this continuity and all this other shit, just do this. It's 50 splash pages. You know what I'd read the fuck out of? Predator just killing the Marvel Universe in 50 fucking pages.
Yeah, thank you. I don't need a fucking story. Sorry, I got so loud.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
But I don't.
You're right. There is a place for some compelling, amazing, well-written stories in comic books, and there's also a place for fucking pure, silly pulp. And we should, in those books, Godzilla does a little bit better. Predator obviously goes a little bit hardcore with it. But I think those books capture it in a way, but then they get overly complicated, and there's still silly, stupid continuity between all these other Versus books. And it's has nothing else other than, they're robots, so he can actually kill them. You know why? Because the story doesn't matter, because it's a silly fucking book. And we're just having fun. Yeah,
we don't need to use the multiverse, because guess what? We have this built-in character called the Impossible Man.
Yeah. That's it. That's all you need.
Impossible Man fucking rules and is underused, and I hope we see him in a movie.
Yeah.
That would be fucking cool as fuck. If the second Fantastic Four movie featured the Impossible Man.
If that was in there, you'd be.
So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right?
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.